Welcome back to Crypto Mates AI. Jerry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. Now let's get into this. We're sitting at $2.49, trading within a range of 204 to 277. We're still down about 10%. We all witnessed the biggest crypto liquidity purge in history. Bigger than Terra Luna, bigger than COVID, and bigger than FTX. Pretty wild times we're living in, my friends. The weak hands have been shaken out. This confirms the start of the utility market for XRP in November. Let's effing go. And Ripple doesn't compete with banks, it connects them. The BIS, the World Bank, U.S. Treasury, central banks, the table is set, and the liquidity token is XRP. This was a well-planned, coordinated dump. Ancient Well opening billion-dollar short position, Treasury Secretary calling to take any measures to ensure market stability, Trump announcing 100% tariffs after U.S. market close, alts dumping 60 to 70% in a single candle. I'm certain that some very large entities have gotten their orders filled here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a V-shaped reversal and a parabolic rally next. Don't forget, the worst part isn't the crash. The worst part is that people got completely wiped out. Even those who had 2 times leverage on alts have nothing left. This was not a dump, it was a complete reset. If you have any doubt right now, sell your bag. The reversal in this market is going to be groundbreaking. Words cannot describe what we're about to witness. The only thing you'll be telling yourself months from now is, why didn't I buy more at these prices? This is not financial advice. Remember, always do your own research. And holy moly, that crypto liquidation soared to 9.4 billion in 24 hours, the largest single day event ever. It was bigger than Luna, bigger than COVID, bigger than FTX. What we just witnessed was history in the making. The BTC dominance trap, December 2025, the big fake out before alt season. Bitcoin dominance has been coiling inside a 6-year symmetrical triangle since 2018, and it's approaching its final apex. Every rotation between Bitcoin and altcoin began from this setup. Now the chart is screaming a trap is coming. The setup, the calm before the flip. Bitcoin dominance is at 59%, below its 2024 highs of 66%, drifting toward long-term support. The market's at a crossroads. Either Bitcoin holds control or dominance breaks down and the altcoin flood begins. The green line, December 2025 crossroads. Circle this date, December 29th. 3 forces converge on that candle. Falling trend line from 2018, top of the Ichimoku cloud, and a 100-month moving average. That's a make-or-break intersection that decides where liquidity flows next. The trap zone. Here's the setup that will fool most traders. Dominance bounces from the green line, BTC pumps, CT screams Bitcoin dominance rising. But it's a fake out. That bounce historically precedes the final collapse, the spark that ignites alt season. The 2017 fractal. In 2017, Bitcoin dropped to 50%, bounced to 62%, then crashed to 37%. That crash triggered the altcoin supercycle, XRP 10x, XLM 15x, and mid-caps exploding. Now, same triangle, same pattern, but this time supercharged by institutional liquidity. What to expect? The trap play. If Bitcoin rebounds to 50 to 52% in December 2025, Bitcoin outperforms briefly. Altcoins pause or dip. Everyone declares Bitcoin season is back. Then, early 2026, Bitcoin breaks under the Ichimoku cloud. That's when rotation begins. The resolution, the 2026 mega alt season. Once Bitcoin dominance loses 100 MA support, it slides to 35 to 40%, exactly when totals 3 hits 2 trillion. That's a true alt season ignition. XRP, XLM, Solana, ADA, and mid-caps will lead the vertical leg. In summary, December 2025, Bitcoin dominance trap zone. Early 2026, fake Bitcoin rebound, dominance collapse. Mid-late 2026, dominance 35 to 40%, mega alt season. Totals 2 trillion plus, projected confirmed. The chart is clear, the trap will fool most, but not who's watching the rhythm. Stay patient, stay positioned, my friends. The Canary Spot XRP ETF will have Gemini and BitGo as custodians for the underlying XRP, and it's in kind. You buy in and redeem directly with XRP. Canary Funds amends XRP ETF filing with SEC, updating ticker to XRPC and exchange to CBO. The ETF will trade in 10,000 share blocks with XRP held by Gemini and BitGo as custodians. Cohen & Company replaces previous auditor overseeing Canary XRP ETF operations and finance compliance. Authorized participants can subscribe or redeem shares using cash XRP via the ETF custodian setup. Now some DTCC news. Blockchain and asset tokenization are transforming the financial system by replacing costly intermediaries with faster, more transparent digital processes. Tokenized assets enable fractional ownership, instant settlement, and built-in compliance through smart contracts. Discover how this shift modernizes infrastructure, expands the market access, and enables the DTCC to innovate while preserving trust and stability. And keep in mind, the DTCC does process 2 to 4 quadrillion in payments every year. And it's a simple but very destructive loop. The dollar keeps losing value, so we print more of it to keep the system alive. But every new dollar printed erodes confidence in U.S. debt. When treasuries lose demand, gold regains dominance, and XRP becomes a bridge connecting the old world to the new. Like I always said, multi-chain, multi-token system. XLM and ZBEC has just made a power move. This collab could rewrite real-time blockchain payments. Institutions are watching. The next phase of digital money might already be here.
XLM and ZBCN just made a move that no one saw coming, and it could quietly change everything about blockchain payments. Picture two digital currents merging into one unstoppable stream, the speed of Stellar meeting the continuous motion of ZBEC. Not noise, but rhythm, syncing the pulse of global money. At this year's Sibos Summit, the Stellar Foundation revealed something subtle but game-changing. Institutions aren't asking if they'll use blockchain anymore. They're asking how fast they can move with it. That's where XLM steps in, the invisible bridge between the old banking rails and the new world of tokenized assets. Then comes ZBEC, transforming static payments into living flows of value that move like breath itself. It's like watching finance switch from dial-up to fiber optic, instant, constant, and borderless. Would you trust your paycheck to stream in real time instead of waiting 2 weeks? What if your rent, salary, and remittances all lived inside that flow? And what happens to traditional banks when that becomes the default? Inside both ecosystems, quiet signals point to a deeper integration, a cross-chain engine that could unite real-world assets, stablecoins, and streaming value. If it succeeds, the next chapter of finance won't come from a bank, it'll come from blockchain itself. Every big shift starts small, and maybe this partnership is the first spark of a financial system built for everyone, not just institutions.
You know, it's pretty wild to see all these partnerships taking form, and if we had this type of momentum and type of news being dropped almost on a daily basis like back in 2021, 2020, we would have already been mooning. They are definitely manipulating this market. They are definitely holding XRP, XLM, they're holding all these utility tokens back. They will not explode until the institutions allow it. I want you guys to all think back. Remember a couple of weeks ago when Jim Cramer said he's all in and you should buy crypto? Right then and there, we should have known this crash was coming. You know, they always blame these type of crashes on something, whether it be Trump's China tariffs or wars breaking out around the world. There's always something. But you know what? This was manipulated. This was coordinated. This was a damn liquidity purge. Quit trying to sugarcoat this crap. This was deliberate. Calmly on the market dump caused by Trump's China tariffs, saying blockchain and AI have been key drivers. Unless there's a real structural change, this pullback is a buying opportunity. I wouldn't be surprised if we might see the markets close on its lowest level.
I believe today's decline is the biggest in more than 6 months. But it's good to see the VIX spike. You know, the VIX spiked at 1.29% today. That's the 51st largest ever spike in the VIX. So we're a top 1% move in sort of what I'd say the market seeking safety. And so I think it's a good flush that's happening today. I would like to say the market is, concerned, but as your other guests have said, especially Rick, I mean, unless there is a real structural change, this pullback is a buying opportunity.
Wow, 51st biggest move for the VIX. So why is it good that the VIX is responding? What does that signal?
It shows you that investors are seeking protection. And
do you expect that to happen again, absent some further escalation with China?
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, Brian. You know, and I think that the markets lived through this February to April, and it was a day by day panic, and maybe there's echoes of trauma people are thinking about, and we do know that this, these are important issues. So I wouldn't want to be glib in saying, hey, this is nothing, because the market is making a big move. But to me, if I said, okay, what are the reasons stocks have been attractive for the past 12 months? You know, it's been about the innovation coming from AI, and it's the innovation as Wall Street looks onto the blockchain, and now it's the Fed that's beginning an easing cycle. These three things have structural tailwinds that aren't disrupted because of potential even rare earth dispute with China.
Do you want to see the market not end on its lows? We're not on our lows right now.
Well, you know, it's Friday, and it's a long weekend. So as you know, a lot of people like to shut down their computers. So I wouldn't be surprised if we might see the market close on its lows. But to me, I don't think it's a signal. As you know,
either way, nobody should be panicking or getting worried. This always happens every single time. Every single bull season or bull run, this happens. It happened in 2021, it happened 2017. You get a sharp 30% crash, and then we go parabolic. Well, that's what I have for you, folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Meets AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.